Hello everybody, I am Isis Smalls and I am back with episode 3 of Beauty in the Making, and this week's thought comes from the idea of finishing strong. It is the first week in December. We have one more month left in the year 2016. And it amazes me how everyone gets so excited in New Year. Everyone's so pumped about the goals and desires that God has put in their heart, and they're eager about it. But come December, everyone's like, I'm still stuffed on turkey. Christmas is around the corner. Apple cider, eggnog, Christmas carols, all those things are great. But we still got work to do. And I believe that it is important for all of us to have the heart of a finisher. As an athlete and as a coach, there is nothing that irks me more than players who are not finishers. If you play with me, you know that. If you see me play, you know that. I cannot stand people that do not finish. It is unacceptable to me. And it's amazing to me in these different roles that there's always one activity that will show you straight up who is ready to be a championship player or who is ready to just kind of sit on the bench and go along for the ride. And that is the sprint from baseline to baseline. And it's not even a whole sprint. You'll have everyone starts out strong, right? Everyone's sprinting to the finish, or at least trying to get to the finish. And it's the last 3 feet where you see some folks, they just kind of cruise, bring their way on into the finish. And then there's other folks, the championship players, who will sprint all the way through the line, and then that's when they begin to slow down. It might seem small, but as a coach and as a player, that is a huge sign for where the mentality of an athlete is, and if they have the heart of a finisher. You know, the Bible says in Philippians 1:6 that he who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. That means that the things that God starts in our life, he wants to finish them if we will allow him to. And I believe that we as children of God, if you believe in Jesus, that we are created in his image. And if we are created in his image, I believe it is our job to do our best to reflect his character and to model our life after his. So if he is a finisher, he wants his children, our daughters and our sons, to be like him. We have to be finishers as well. And so just bring that on a real level. You know, it's not enough, as my friend Joanne Torres always says, it's not enough to just talk about it. We've got to be about it. We set out goals in January. You have plans. How are you doing on those plans? Don't worry about what you haven't done, what you haven't completed. Think about the fact that you have a month left. Think about the fact that you can make progress now before January even starts. We don't have to wait on January 1st to have a fresh start in life. We can choose a fresh start any minute, and we can also choose to finish strong. So it is my encouragement to you this week to be as intentional about the finish as you were about the start. Finish strong. Don't go through sliding on through the baseline. I want you to sprint through and have the mindset of a championship player and an athlete who's going to take the win. We were created to be victorious, and I believe that if you're listening to this, that's the desire of your heart for this year. So if you've liked what you've heard this week and last week and the previous week before, I would love for you to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm also on Snapchat, and you can find more of my videos right here on YouTube. Thanks for listening.